I feel very happy and honored to be part of this conclave organized under the aegis of Nepal Institute for International Cooperation and Engagement. To begin with, without further ado, I would like to give you a brief outline of my statement, which I have divided into 5 parts, as per the format provided by the organizer. Bilateral relations between Nepal and Germany, economic engagement and potentials, German support to Nepal during the pandemic, economic diplomacy, and prospects of new areas of cooperation. On the bilateral relations between Nepal and Germany, in an age of convergence and interdependence, the multifaceted and multi-dynamic relations between Nepal and Germany have been evidently flourishing ever since the establishment of diplomatic ties in 1958. Germany established its residential embassy in Kathmandu in 1963, which Nepal reciprocated with the establishment of its embassy in Bonn in 1965, and later on shifted to Berlin in 2000 following the German reunification. Bilateral relations between the two countries are further garnered, policed, and augmented today with the increased political commitment of the leadership of both the countries. These relations have been further ameliorated through exchange of visits at various levels. On the economic engagement and potential of expansion, Germany, the 4th largest in the world and the largest economy in the EU, a prominent regional and global player, and one of the highest ODA contributing countries with 0.66% of GNI per capita ODA in 2020, is one of the key players in the world. Germany does not only provide development cooperation to Nepal bilaterally, but also does so through EU, UN, and IFIs. Germany is one of the major development partners of Nepal. Ever since the beginning of development cooperation through technology transfer to Thapathali Technical Training Institute in 1961, Germany has been extending all the possible support to Nepal in times of ease as well as hardships created by conflict and crisis such as earthquake, disasters, and the COVID-19 pandemic, in addition to the regular development cooperation. Nepal and Germany signed an MOU to establish bilateral consultation mechanism between two foreign ministries in 2018. The second edition of the BCM took place in September 2020, which provides an opportunity to review political relations, the progress made in economic cooperation, environmental, cultural, scientific, technological agendas, resolve any obstacles, and set a new planning in place to move forward. Nepal and Germany have established a bilateral mechanism between the Ministry of Finance and the Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development to hold negotiations on a regular fashion in order to discuss, review, and plan for future economic cooperation. German cooperation during the earthquake 2015. Germany provided immediate support to Nepal during the devastating earthquake for rescue, rehabilitation, and reintegration, followed by the longer-term support for reconstruction of infrastructure. Federal Foreign Office of Germany provided immediate relief equivalent to euro 3.5 million plus 1 million from BMZ through various channels, especially the INGOs. The German government placed the support of 30 million euros for reconstruction of works to be spent under the declared priority sectors of Nepal, primarily in health sector. It is estimated that around euro 120 million was mobilized by the NGOs and private sector to support the earthquake victims. Germany on the support to Nepal during the pandemic, Germany came forward with a gesture of friendship and ever-expanding cooperation through announcement of additional 1 million euro of grant assistance to Nepal to fight the COVID-19 global pandemic during the first wave. This amount was supposed to be spent in the capacity building and institutional strengthening of the public health system in Nepal. When Nepal was marred by the peak of the second wave of the pandemic, Germany was reeling under the third wave. Health facilities and other makeshift arrangements were almost overwhelmed in Germany, but Germany continued to support developing countries like Nepal and made a contribution of euro 2.2 billion euros to COVAX initiative, where Nepal is also one of the beneficiaries as an LDC. Likewise, Germany provided much needed support of medical equipment and supplies to Nepal to fight the COVID-19 pandemic through the EU's civil protection mechanism, being one of the 12 countries, as Ambassador DePress already mentioned. Similarly, 16 German NGOs have been engaged in fundraising to provide support materials to needy people through their respective local NGO partners in Nepal. Caritas Germany and German Red Cross Society have made commitment to increase their funding to Caritas Nepal and Caritas Nepal Red Cross Society, respectively. On the economic diplomacy front, the first and the foremost is trade. Germany is the fourth largest export trading partner for Nepal. Major Nepali products that are exported in German market include handmade woolen carpet, pashmina, handicraft, silver jewelry, garments, leather, wooden and bamboo goods, lentils, tea, coffee, large cardamom, essential oils from herbal and aromatic plants, and organic spices. Products that we import from Germany include industrial raw materials, chemicals, machinery equipment and parts, electric and electronic goods, optical machinery, photography equipments and items, medical and surgical equipment, pharmaceutical products, vehicles, etc. There is abundance of opportunity for enhancement of trade between the two countries, given the favorable market access to European Union, including Germany, because of the concession provided by everything but arms measures. Nepal and Germany signed a bilateral trade and investment protection agreement in 1986, only second to France. In the investment front, Germany is one of the front runners in terms of FDI investment in foreign countries. In 2019, only $98.7 billion was invested from Germany in the form of FDI. However, the German FDI inflow in Nepal is very low. Until from the beginning until now, the German FDI into Nepal stood at around 10 million euros in 115 projects, resulting into the creation of almost 5,000 jobs. KfW Bank has made an amount of around euros 200 million in Mid-Sangdi hydropower project. FDI from private sector is focused in small hydropower, tea plantation, spices and medicinal herbs and aromatic plants, beverage productions, and hospitals. Technology transfer. Germany has proven track record of being a leading country in technology, engineering, and innovation, ushering the world towards technological innovation and development, which can yield a multiplier effect in renewable energy, construction industry, agriculture development, digitalization, robotics, automobiles, cutting-edge technology, industrial output, medical services. Tourism promotion is another important function that the embassy is undertaking. Tourism promotion has remained one of the primary focus of our job. Germany stands in the 6th position among the source countries of tourists embarking to Nepal for tourism. In 2019, 37,000 tourists visited Nepal. As 36% of tourists visiting Nepal are repeaters, the embassy wishes to focus on expanding the number of new tourists by convincing that Nepal is a must-visit country in the world, not only because of Mount Everest and Lumbini, but also because Nepal offers abundance of other soft tourism products based on natural culture.
So we have 1 more minute, sir.
Religious sites beyond those adventure tourism products and services. Nepal has been participating in ITB Berlin and the International Tourism Trade Expo since 33 years with a view to promote and highlight Nepal's tourism. We also have the opportunity to enhance cooperation between Nepal Tourism Board and Association of German Travel Agencies. In addition, organization of fam trips, participation in carnivals, Nepal Day celebration have helped sensitize potential German travelers to Nepal. Human resource development, of course, this has remained a very important segment of our cooperation. Every year, around 1,500 students embark to Germany for pursuing higher studies, and the majority of them come for engineering, law, economics, and social sciences, mathematics, and human medicines. And the prospects for new area of cooperation, this is the last one I want to highlight. Climate change issues, of course, this has the prospect, as Ambassador Nuna Depres has also spoken about it. Climate change has emerged as an existential threat. Therefore, LDCs like Nepal, it is very important to secure the required financial, technical, and capacity building support for enhancing resilience through adaptation and mitigation measures, also to achieve the targets set forth in the 15th plan, sectoral policies, programs, and activities, and to fulfill the commitments made in INDCs and achieve the targets set forth in UN SDGs as a party to the international instruments like Kyoto Protocol and Paris Climate Agreement. Nepal can collaborate with Germany in green, clean, and renewable energy, development through investment and technology transfer. And another new area can be energy development. Of course, it's already, we are already engaged in this front, but still, we can take benefit from the strength that Germany has in this sector. And carbon trading, cultural cooperation, public health infrastructure in light of the current ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. We can take benefit from already robust system of Germany for building back better. There's nascent public health infrastructure in Nepal, coupled with strong IT base and digitalization. Vaccine
so we're running out of time, so please
almost done, sir. Vaccine production with the country, within the country, in collaboration with German financing may be an option if we have to adapt to live with the virus. Strengthening of democratic institutions is, of course, it is also ongoing, but the new paradigms may be added. Collaboration between the parliaments of the two countries, establishment of sister city relations, streamlining NGO sector, exchange and orientation programs, sharing of best practices, election observation, etc. may be new areas of cooperation in light of some of them being treated less important. And industrial internship is another new area. The industrial internship that is already in pipeline should be an exemplary venture between the two countries to develop an intensive skill among the participating youth entrepreneurs and industry employees to be attached with renowned companies in Germany and acquire knowledge, skill, and ideas for the establishment and operation of enterprises and to carry out the associated jobs. There are others in queue, but I want to drop my statement here. Thank you very much for your time.